Ladies and gentlemen, I was press ganged into talking to you about keeping in touch with clients through technology, I guess. And this is all part of our propaganda, is our website. And you'll see here there's a couple of tools that we use which are quite different to probably the standard industry. Before I go into that, I'd just like to tell you a little bit about the firm. We established ourselves in early 2007, myself and John Hogan, and we've since grown it into 11 lawyers, and we really don't do support staff in the office, and that's the model we've gone down the road of. But we've also embraced technology in a big way. We're the first law firm to go paperless, and so I think Stephen referred to the scan and incoming post and all of that. It really means that we have pretty much global and anywhere access to all of our files, and it creates an enormously flexible work-life balance as a result. So there's huge benefits to that. That's something that maybe that Stephen didn't refer to. We put a lot of time and effort into our website. There's not a week that goes by, probably not a second day that goes by, that we're not trying to update it or enhance it in some way. This is not really a brag, but it's simply just to show you what we're doing in terms of client care. So the first thing you'll see here is that there's a client charter, and that's really a promise to our clients. And yeah, it should come up there. And really what the charter is a commitment, a minimum standard that everyone in our office buys into. They're all aware of it, and so it's not just a gimmick. It's something that we do live by. So that's the first thing that anyone who visits our site. And of course, you know, when Stephen talks about 80% of referrals, the first thing they do is look at your website. So we're terribly conscious of that. We have a subscription to a newsletter which you can subscribe to, which then allows you to break down various categories. I think it's a little bit slow in coming up. So you can see that there's various categories, sectors and industries, or if you just want the general propaganda, you can get that as well. We would send out e-zines very regularly. We send out quarterly e-zines. We just do one general quarterly e-zine, and it's a bit of a come on us e-zine in the sense that the client isn't going to learn too much about perhaps what they want to know about, but it does tell them a little bit about where we're developing as a firm. And I guess success breeds success, and we're conscious of that. The other type of e-zine we send out is very industry specific, so it will factor in, for instance, if we were sending out a professional services e-zine out of our database of maybe 1,700 contacts, it would only go out to maybe 120, because that's exactly what they want to know about. And for instance, our sports e-zine will simply go to maybe 200 of our contacts. So we're conscious that that is information that people really do want. And I think that the mistake a lot of people make is to send out generally e-zines that people really don't want, and it's very easy to bin them, particularly when you get them by way of email. The other thing you'll see about the website is that there's a client login demo video, and if I click on that, it'll give you just what we did is we spent some time on this. I know that Keyhouse gives you online access. It gives your clients the ability to provide online access. And I think this is really part of the future of this transparency that simply clients will demand going forward. We see ourselves merely as the custodians of the client file, and I know that maybe is a bit of a change from the industry, but the result of which is that we have prepared a video which really takes through step by step exactly how you do it. So clients don't ring up and go like, how do I log in? Just press play, and it's pretty simple. And it means that clients can access particularly fees on ongoing fees, which if you're a corporate practice or any type of practice, clients want to know, see where your fees stand at. It also satisfies the Law Society's probably future requirements in terms of letter of engagements, which is going to increasingly emphasise on keeping clients updated with where your fee structures stand. So we've done that. The other thing you'll see from our website is I'll just bring you back to the home page here, is we have latest news and events. So for instance, if I click on today, just this morning we run client seminars very regularly for our clients. And again, they're targeted not as a general seminar, but really very industry specific stuff. This is for accountants actually. So we had 30 accountants in our office this morning, 7:30, God bless them. And we collaborated with a number of other speakers, and they are great introducers. We're acutely aware of that, and this is simply a value add that we give back to them. So each industry sector is, those who head it up are obliged to volunteer their services, so that they do provide at least 2 internal seminars a year. And the other thing you'll notice about the website is there is a video down here. The video is of recent seminars that we've done that people may have missed. In fact, that one's just gone up from this morning. So it is pretty live. I'm not going to press play because it'll be quite boring, I'm sure. So in terms of client contact, what else do we do? Well, we have a client survey here. If you go into the client charter, what we're trying to do is get clients to give us more feedback from end of transaction or end of matter. And what we're finding is that they're not really bothered, quite frankly, if they face a really long survey. So I was just speaking to Stephen before this about where really we wanted to go as a traffic light survey. So green if they're happy, orange if they're not, and red if really they're not happy. And if any oranges or reds come up, then the managing partner should be contacting those clients and find out what the hell is going wrong. And they should be delivered not just at the end of transaction, but during the transaction. This is a survey that we provided. It's a really short form survey. We have a long form survey as well. But these are the things we want to be tested by in terms of the service level that we're giving, and we're also looking at how we improve. What we're looking at the moment is telephonic surveys of clients to really get them to, so that third parties, not us, are contacting our maybe top 20 clients and asking them detailed surveys so we can get honest feedback as long as it's anonymous. So there's just some of the initiatives we're doing. I could talk to you about the social media aspect of things. Basically, the social media aspect is we use Facebook for soft stuff. So it's the fluffy side of the firm, and we find that that's pretty important for a younger target market, which is who most of our clients are under 35. Basically, I'd say 95% of them are under 35 or under 40, certainly. And this is very much part of our strategy. You'll see there's a hell of a lot of information there, lots of photos. People don't really want to read text. And then we also use Twitter, which is very industry specific. So we are using all of those tools. Just to give the lads a plug, I guess, from our perspective on Keyhouse, it is really critical to client management in terms of file reviews. We use that task system a hell of a lot, and basically no trainee or junior solicitor in office is expected to do anything unless they get a written task with a deadline on it and with an order of priority, so that they can filter, they can do a search filter and just see where everything stands on a daily basis, and it means that files are constantly moving on. Anyway, that's me. I've talked for too much, but thank you very much.